Welcome to the show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome.
Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger.
Yes.
We go straight in, huh? We have a chilled conversation with it. We have fun with it because it's good news. It's great news. It's what we've been waiting for. It's what most of these puppets out here cannot do.
Yes.
What puppets am I talking about?
Puppets are the politicians, the other leaders of the other countries, African countries.
There's plenty of them.
Yes.
There's plenty puppets all over the place. There's so many. The latest one that was added to the edition. The latest one that was added to the edition was Senegal.
Yes. Faye was added to the latest list of puppets because he went to France and shook hands there.
He didn't go to France. They instructed him to come to France.
Yeah.
Puppets don't make decisions on their own. They are told what to do.
Yes.
The puppeteer stands up. In this case, the West is right there telling what to do to the puppet. So the puppet has to get on a plane and go all the way there.
Crazy puppets. But, like you always mention that, they start them young to take them over, to take them as puppets.
It's not what I've always mentioned. It's the system that exists. They start them young, they put them in young. So in this particular case, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger, a confederation.
Confederation.
A confederation.
Yes.
A confederation. Yes. They are still independent. A lot of people don't know what a confederation is. Those particular countries are still independent. They're still sovereign countries within themselves. A sovereign country can make decisions, can apply laws, can do everything that it needs to do to govern itself as a country.
Yes.
And so in this particular case, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger is out here saying to themselves, we need to stand together because these ECOWAS that, in our opinion, are so freaking corrupt are out here working for the West. We need to stand together and do things together.
Yes.
So they met, huh?
So basically, what a confederation is, okay, they are standing united for one cause, but they still make their own decisions in their respective countries.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
They just sign a treaty between them to say, okay, we will stand together for this particular cause. And in this particular case now with Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger, the main is defense. So whenever any one of these other puppets, whenever one of these puppets are instructed, or whenever any one of them dares to try to come our way, we have to protect one another.
Yes, so they will join military forces.
So like if in the past when ECOWAS was threatening Niger to reinstate Mohamed Bazoum, when they were saying, reinstate Mohamed Bazoum, or else we will conduct a military intervention into Niger, into Myanmar, and reinstate Mohamed Bazoum. If you don't do it, we'll come in there and take him by force and put him back in power because there's supposed to be a democratic system there. If they were to threaten that now, Burkina Faso and Mali will also have to come and fight with Mali. I mean, with Niger.
Yes.
So whoever attacks Burkina Faso attacks
automatically
Mali and Niger.
Yes.
And they have really... I watched this speech by Ibrahim Traore.
Yeah.
It's no joke, huh? Of course it's in French because they speak French over there.
Yeah.
But he really says everything exactly the same way we've been saying it out here.
Like it's solidifying the thing of being independent from them, stepping away from the Western influence. From
the Western influence, from the ECOWAS, from Tinubu. Yes, because those ones are puppets of the West.
Yes.
You understand, huh? So he re-emphasized it because it happened when? On the 6th of July.
Yeah.
6th of July was when? On Saturday.
Yes.
Yeah, on that Saturday in Niger. We met there.
Yeah.
Ibrahim Traore and the other leaders from Mali.
And Niger.
They all went to Niger. They all went to Niger where they had that meeting. And it was a very passionate move. With every word, every sentence that Ibrahim Traore was delivering at the audience, at the congregation, they kept on uploading
because you were saying the right things. These are the things that, puts the country first.
Yes, he kept on saying how these imperialistic countries are out here to take advantage of us. They believe they own us. They believe they own this land. They believe they own everything on top of this land and underneath this land. They are out here trying to enforce systems that only work for their benefit.
Yes.
Yes. So he kept on going on about it, and he vowed to say, we will fight until the last blood drops.
Phew.
If we have to protect our nations. Enough gone are those days where we had to just sit back and allow these foreign nations, these imperialistic countries, to just come out here and impose their way of life on us. It's ridiculous. It's absurd. It's insulting, actually, that perhaps that some of these countries, for example, in the case of France, was out there taking complete advantage of Niger.
Yes.
That France has a nuclear plant where it produces electricity at the cost of the Nigerians. Not Nigerians. Nigerians. Some people don't know the difference.
Yeah.
Some African American people also, and some Africans here, when they hear about Niger, they still don't know what is Niger.
They think it's you just pronouncing Nigeria wrong.
Yes, you say no, there's a Nigerian and there's a Nigerian.
Yes.
It's two different people. They look alike. They are black. Yes, we know. They are neighbors too. Like,
Yes.
know? But it's two different people. It's not the same nation. So all these other puppets, like the puppet from the Democratic Republic of Congo, are ashamed to show their faces. They are hiding.
Yes, man.
Of
they are
course.
thinking of a way to get those three countries back.
Do
for sure.
puppets think? Do puppets think? Please, my 7 people that are here, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for taking the time out on this Monday to click that button and to watch us. We appreciate you so much. Please hit the subscribe button. We go in with this.
Yes,
We don't beat around the
welcome.
bush. We keep it as authentic as we can and as real as we can. So please hit the subscribe button. Welcome. You are loved over here, especially
And
if you're African.
engage with us. Share your thoughts.
Yes, share your thoughts. So there are puppets out here that obviously don't have the, the B word? They
Yeah.
don't have the guts. They
Oh,
say
yeah.
guts. I was about to say, balls. Balls?
Yeah, the bouncing balls.
The bouncing balls.
Yes.
There are some puppets out here who don't have bouncing balls to do what Niger, Burkina Faso, and Mali are doing.
Yes.
Yes. So they are watching right now. They cannot face it. They're looking from far. They're saying, wow, those boys are really out here putting their lives on the line. Because that's what these people are doing from Burkina Faso.
Yeah.
Ibrahim Traore, Capitaine Traore. That's a Capitaine.
Yes.
His speech on Saturday, on the 6th of July in Niger was... I watched it again and I had shivers as I was watching it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Because he has a way with words, and the way, because honestly, it's like it's his military training. The way he
It's
speaks.
not military training. You know how many people are
But it's
militarily
confidence.
trained? You
It's
know how many?
confidence the way he's
Yes,
delivering
but do you
that.
know how many people are military trained?
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot.
But they don't have that aura. They don't have that talent, that gift, that destiny.
yeah.
Yeah, that God has decided to put on this particular one.
Yeah, but it's also because we want this to be a success.
That
The Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger, we want it to be a success. So the way that he's speaking just automatically resonates with us. So that is what I think.
No.
Then
I
what?
believe even if I didn't support this cause, I would still be able to see something in him and say, wow, there's something different about that nigga. I'll still be able to see that.
Really?
Even the
okay.
enemies right now, especially people from the ECOWA nations and all these puppets that I'm talking about that are hiding their faces, that don't have the dignity or the honor to do that which that Ibrahim Traore, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger are doing, can see that when this guy speaks, the people listen. It's not necessarily because he's saying things that we want to hear, but there's an anointing in his voice when he speaks about this matter, because you have to be destined for this. To be in the position that Ibrahim Traore is in now, it has to have been written some way.
Yeah, of course.
It's an opportunity only God releases on some.
Yes, and for some actually to actually live through that destiny, to actually fulfill it.
Do you know
It's
how much
amazing.
Do you know how much dignity it takes to say no to the IMF when they come at you and say we'll give you billions and billions of dollars? And you say, no, thank you very much. I don't want it. I care more about my people.
Yeah. Yes.
Most puppets in position, especially in these African countries, are out here for the money. To enrich themselves for their own benefit, to do it for their families and their generational wealth. Now here comes this supposed chosen one, the Messiah of Africa, the hope of Africa, Ibrahim Traore, saying no to money. All these puppets are saying to themselves, what the hell is this? This is, to some extent, some of these puppets think that Ibrahim Traore is being disrespectful by rejecting these loans.
Yeah. I saw something like that. It's, he's being a bit stubborn. I believe I saw that word, stubborn for rejecting the IMF loan.
And there's some puppets around here that will say, you don't care about your people that much. Because if you did, you'd take that money, you'd take that opportunity, those means, and try to go and build some things in your country.
These citizens are applauding him even more and supporting him even more for saying no to that.
Those citizens are smart.
Yes.
Because they know that when you take these loans, in fact, as we are talking about this right now, Ibrahim Traore said no to those loans from the IMF.
Yeah.
Kenya, the puppet down there in East Africa, they took that particular loan from the IMF. Look where they are now. Freaking protesting left, right, and center because the IMF, I'm sure they're saying, give us some money. If you don't, we now own that piece of land over there. We own your land.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you're not getting any sort of royalties from that.
Yes. Because when one takes out a loan, it is not completely guaranteed that wherever you plan to allocate those funds will succeed.
Yes.
It's always a risk, even in business. As an entrepreneur as you are, when you take out a loan, yes, you have your business plan. You see it from A to Z, you had it all mapped out. You thought about this, you dreamed about this, you prayed and fasted about this. It's still not a guarantee. You have to be hardworking. You have to go as far as, you have to hope that the people that you are involving yourself in these particular businesses come through.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not a guarantee. Now, so when these countries come out here and take out billions, some of them just take it out for themselves. But we applaud, we love the fact that Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger have formed a confederation, so they've signed a treaty to say we'll stick together. If any of these other nations come at us, we'll stand together and protect one another. We'll fight for one another. Burkina Faso is actually most admirable most admired. Because even before the signage of this particular treaty or the forming of this confederation, still since in those days when the coup was fresh in that Niger, Burkina Faso already came out and said, if you attack them, you're attacking us.
Oh yeah, he did say that in the beginning.
Even before the forming of this confederation.
Yes, he did. He did. And I'm sure the West is not happy because now they are leaning a lot more towards Russia, like in sort of working together.
You mean the West is not happy with these three countries because it's a possibility that the Russians could come here and be a new partner to these three triumphant countries?
Yes.
Yes, they wouldn't want that. You know, America and the West, and especially France, comes out here, especially with these francophone nations in West Africa, and say, we have interests to protect down there. We cannot allow other nations to come here and try to take what's ours. According to us, we own Burkina Faso. According to us, we own Niger and Mali. Those are our colonies. That's the French speaking right there.
Yeah.
These are our colonies. We've worked so hard. I remember those days when we had to travel all the way down there and create sewage pipes and build bridges and hospitals and schools, government system. We showed you people how to read and write. We brought you a language. You speak French because of us.
Yep.
Understand? You cannot be out here trying to shit on all of that by wanting to put in Putin as a new ally. You are a colony. We are the colonizers. We've given you independence since the 1960s.
Yes.
Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger is out here saying that independence that you claim to have given us since then is fake. It's not real, because with that came along a list of demands that you made, a list of commitments that we had to abide by. We had to sign colonial pacts.
Yes.
And when, for example, Mali didn't sign that in 1957's concrete was poured into their sewage pipes. They were made as an example. It's fake ass independence that our bank reserves are with you over there.
It's crazy.
And we still got to use the franc. So France has to print money, the CFA in France, and then say, hey, you, come take this.
You can only have this much this time.
Yes.
Come back for more only in a year and a half.
Whatever you extract from your ground, from your land, whatever you discover over there, we have the first right of refusal. So if you find the biggest diamond, bigger than Kim Kardashian's one, the biggest one, if you discover it, Sierra Leone, if you discover this, you have to give it to us first. We have to see, we have to choose whether we like it or not. If we don't like it, we can still say, keep it in our country, don't move it, don't sell it to anybody else. And another thing, these are all the colonial pacts that these Francophone nations had to sign. This is what Burkina Faso was living before these coups, Mali, Niger. Before all of this is how they were living. They were all about, they had to declare everything to France.
Yes.
And one of the biggest one was the fact that even your troops, even your soldiers, you don't have the right to allow another country to come here and train your troops. Only we, France, reserve the right to train your troops if need be.
That is such a crazy one also.
It was fake-ass independence.
Completely fake. I mean, and the stupidity of those people back then of just signing it.
You mean our founding forefathers?
Back then, yes, founding forefathers. They're just signing it just because they see greed.
To all 18 people watching now, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell because this is just the beginning of us knowing one another. It's the beginning. We keep it real and authentic here. We don't play games. We decided to come on live now during the day on this particular Monday just to see who's around.
Yes,
Usually we do this late at night, you know what I'm saying? But we are here to cater. We've taken the time out of this Monday to do this. So please hit the notification bell, the subscribe button. We appreciate you so much.
Thank you very much.
You are. Yes. So another aspect to this particular confederation that has been formed between Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. You know, as ECOWAS nations, there are certain perks. There are perks to countries that belong to the ECOWAS nations commitment or whatever.
Yeah.
If you are part of the ECOWAS nations, there's like 14 to 16 countries that are part of the ECOWAS nation. We're talking West Africa, right?
Yeah.
For example, I have an ECOWAS passport.
Yeah, you do.
Yes, I have an ECOWAS passport. So I can land in any one of those countries of the ECOWAS nations, and I can travel throughout those ECOWAS countries.
Like the Schengen,
Yeah, like a Schengen visa.
type thing, yes.
Yes, so it's something that they have within those particular countries. Yes, and the Burkina Faso people, the Malians and the Nigerians used to have these perks too.
That access, yes.
This particular ECOWAS, the original principal idea for the ECOWAS is a good one.
Yeah.
To facilitate movement between these Western African countries so that they can be able to move around, do trade, opportunities, entrepreneurs meet, left, right, and center. Even it helps with residing in, for example, if you're from Mali, you can go and stay in Nigeria. You can go and stay in Sierra Leone, in Ghana, or in Libya. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. So there's no sort of validity of how long you can be in that country.
No. There isn't. You have a passport. You understand what I'm saying? You don't have. There's no time limit. You can just get in there and you can start your businesses there. There are people who have business. There are people from Burkina Faso, from Niger, from Mali that have businesses in these other ECOWAS nations.
Yes.
Understand? Like in Nigeria, in Ghana, in Libya, in Sierra Leone. So now that these particular countries, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger, have said to themselves, we do not want to be a part of this corrupt freaking committee called the ECOWAS, chaired by Tinubu, the Nigerian president, who's corrupt to the core, who's been investigated by FBI, left, right, and center, who is out here also just working for the interest of the West.
Yes.
We do not want to be a part of this freaking ECOWAS. It also has a downside to it when it comes to short things now, like short-term goals.
Yeah.
those particular business people, those particular Burkinabés or Malians or Nigerians that have businesses over there or reside in those other eco nations, have to now apply for visas.
Oh, and they've actually built their life in their country.
Yes, so if you are a Malian,
Aye.
if you are a Malian and you have businesses in Nigeria, you don't get to just easily fly anymore because your country is no longer a part of the eco nations. So now you got to apply for visas left, right, and center.
But I am sure that these countries the country leaders cannot be that petty. People have built their lives there. They have businesses there. If they have businesses there and maybe have been there for more than 5 years, they should just be automatically approved. Some sort of a thinking needs to go in there.
You mean when they apply for the visa?
Yes, because they say, okay, I've been here, I have a business here, I have kids here, at least. They say automatically approved. But if you've been there less than 6 months, I'm sorry, you know.
Now, this is why when these particular countries comes out and say, we're going to sanction you, it's important for people to listen.
Yeah.
Because they can say, no more business visa or no more tourist visa.
Yeah.
No more visit visa.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So some of these sanctions, you have to pay attention, especially in this case, if you're a Burkinabe person. If you don't work in the government and your support leaders have decided to do this, to form this confederation, so you could be affected. But it's amazing how the people of Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger are still out here despite the supposed disadvantage economically that can happen that might prohibit them from traveling as much as they want to, are still out here supporting the cause.
Yes.
They're still out here supporting the fact that, yes, we like the fact that you're kicking these imperialistic countries out of our countries. We want to do it by ourselves. We will do everything in our power to be self-reliant, to build our own stuff, to do our own thing. We don't have to always rely on these freaking past colonizers and stuff. We want to do it by ourselves. The people themselves. Just like about a month or two ago, when the supposed transition period of Ibrahim Traore was coming to an end. In fact, the elections were supposed to take place on the 2nd of July.
Yes, you're right.
If they did not extend his rule as the president of Burkina Faso for another 5 years,
somebody else could have come in.
we wouldn't be sitting here today talking about this treaty that is now being signed, this confederation. If Ibrahim Traore's transition period was not extended, like it was about a month or two ago, we wouldn't be celebrating today, us too, as the remaining African countries who love what they are doing.
Exactly, yeah.
So it was a good thing, right?
Yeah.
There was some critics out here who are also saying that I find that suspect because some of these militant rulers, some of these countries that are military ruled, by the military, by generals, have the tendency to come out here and try to extend these spirits for their own benefit. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So luckily, we stopped that wherever it was coming from.
Because I thought it was like the same thing that Rwanda did, making himself being able to be there like a long term. But it's not like that.
You take that money, you lose your sovereignty. France Kuala said, perfect.
That's
It's
very true.
Forget about the IMF. The IMF is a hunter.
Yeah.
They are exploiters. They are out here to find vulnerable African countries and give them money at the expense of their land. You know, they are buying that land.
Yes.
Yeah. And in some cases, when the IMF gives money to these African countries, they give them the money, but they still tell you what to do with that money in your land. So it's not a loan. It's basically, hey, here's the money here. I want to come and do this, that in your country, but I'll appoint you as the manager.
Yeah.
These puppets are actually out here being managed, and they think they're presidents. The IMF is out here, and the IMF is backed up by the freaking West government, so they're freaking powerful. And they own the UN and all this type of stuff. And they got more weapons than you guys, and they got these US drone bases, like in Africa. Like in Botswana, the US has got a US base there. They used to have one in Niger until Niger said, get up out of here.
Yeah, they're still busy. They have until, I think, August to get out.
The US base in Niger. They have to leave that place.
Yes.
And they have to get up out of there. They said we need 6 months
Yeah.
Because we got certain classified information. We cannot just move just like that. We have to take our time as we vacate. That's what
The U.S. has asked.
the US has asked. Yes, a strategy. What classified information? I bet you there's a lot of freaking minerals in those.
Yeah, of course.
In those things, you know. So now that this confederation has been formed, those people within these respective countries, like Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger, have to remain steadfast.
Yes.
They have to remain steadfast because opportunities sort of looks like it's decreasing, but it will pick up in time.
What do you mean, like the attempts?
No, the opportunity for the people to do better, to be able to travel left, right, and center.
Okay.
Travel between those African countries. That same idea of the ECOWAS that facilitates movement between those African countries is what the entire freaking African continent needs.
This is why we say that Africa is a country.
Yes.
We should be able to travel through Africa as Africans visa-free.
Even if we gotta remove South Africa from this deal for now.
Why you gotta remove me?
Because South Africans are out here not understanding the benefits of what comes with being able to travel in and out of each other's countries.
There are benefits. I'm sure there's some South Africans that also think alike.
South Africans are too freaking emotional out here. They think the entire African globe wants to freaking go and stay down there.
Yeah, please, no.
Yes. South Africa's gotta calm down. South Africa's gotta chill. Not every African wants to move to South Africa.
Yeah, that is true. I agree with that.
For what?
I think that, that there's some people that think that, okay, why you always want to come into my country? Relax. We just want to visit and go out again.
Man, there are more African Americans in Ghana than there are in South Africa. Now you tell me, why are these black folks of us in America, those black American people, there's more of them wanting to travel to Ghana every year
Yes.
than to South Africa. Why is that? If South Africa is also
All
special
that.
and all that. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it's exactly what we have in West Africa that we need all over Africa. Economic unity.
Yes.
They were working on that one passport before, to have one passport that you should acquire to be able to travel to many different countries. But that shit just stopped somewhere.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm sure it's going to somehow just reappear.
You know what you're talking about? You're talking about hopefully it reappears.
Yes, hope. It's a hope in our puppet leaders.
You must know that these imperialistic countries up there, they don't want that to happen.
No, of course not.
It's the reason why they carved this motherland the way that they did in the freaking first place. They don't want us to be united. They know that together we are stronger.
Yes.
They love the fact that we fight and bicker among ourselves. They love it when we fight one another. Talking about fighting one another, in that Democratic Republic of Congo, together with the puppet that lives right next door, I'm sure his name is Robin Hood. I refer to him as Robin Hood. Do you know who's Robin Hood? Take a guess. The Democratic Republic of Congo has 9 neighboring countries, the richest country on the planet, with over $24 trillion in natural resources.
Yes. Let us know in the comments who's Robin Hood.
Very freaking rich. So there's currently, okay, I'll give you a side because it's a big country. It's the second biggest country in the continent after Algeria. Hello, remember geography? Yes, and it's in the equatorial region. So we have the South Africa at the bottom here. You know, South Africa also, by the way, does not have a name. It has a direction. Let's keep going with this. Let's try to touch certain nerves. There's no name down there. There's countries down there.
Yes.
In the south. In the South Africa.
There's a city there.
There are a few cities there. There are a few cities. In fact, South Africa itself should be a state.
Yeah.
Every freaking one of these African countries should all be states. We shouldn't have presidents in Africa. We should have governors. That's what we should do. We should have one president and a bunch of governors and states all over the place.
Yes.
Yes, so that when we travel to these summits, to these G7s, wherever they are being held, only one president travels to these particular events, not 54 puppets.
One powerful president.
Yes, yes.
It's a very important thing to say. It's very powerful.
We are talking a dream here, because and nobody up there, those other countries, they don't want this to happen. You understand what I'm saying? So, okay, what is USA? What about USA? Mystical Mosaic Arts, USA? Okay, what is that USA? United States of Africa?
You're from there.
Oh, is he from USA?
I don't know.
Okay, welcome, my brother, if you're from the USA. Oh, mystical. Okay. Yes, so the Democratic Republic of Congo is in the equatorial region.
Yes.
The Democratic Republic of Congo has 9 neighboring countries. We have a puppet. There's a conflict happening in East Democratic Republic of Congo. And there's a puppet right there. And that particular puppet also does not want this supposed passport that we are talking about. I bet you. Because they think that they've made it. Okay, we're talking about Rwanda. Rwanda has Robin Hood for a president.
Yes.
If you follow African politics, if you know the landscape of the African continent, especially of that Central Africa, as we talk about Robin Hood, then you know who Robin Hood is. You know his name.
Yes, Kwamuna, Africa must unite.
Yes. Who's that?
Kwasimuna.
Kwasimuna.
Yes.
That is nice. That sounds very cool. Yes. Paul Kagame, the president of Rwanda, who will win again
on the 15th of July.
With 100%.
100%.
Yes. There's no opposition there. The oppositions have been told what to do. Yes.
There's going to be something wrong with the opposition's ballots, something.
Do you know what's the craziest part of those elections in that Rwanda? Is that even the opposition comes out here and claps for him. Even the opposition is clapping for him. Well done. You can tell, you can see, hey, these oppositions have been told. What happened in this freaking Mauritania here? In Mauritania, that's supposed also coup leader, because that Mauritania also leads by coup. Military rule. What's going on there? The people and the citizens are also protesting. There are a few protests around the motherland. Huh?
That one, I think, it's just died down.
It did not.
I didn't see anything.
I've always been of the opinion to say, and I'm going to say this out loud to my 22 people here that are watching, that Mauritania has been hiding.
Yes.
You know, that supposed word that ended with that, the slavery trade, that kind of thing. Slavery. They were the last freaking country on the planet to abolish that thing, and it's still suspect till this day that in certain parts of that particular country, they still exercise it. Yeah,
they just did that abolishing thing in 1981 just for papers.
Yes.
But it didn't actually action. There's no action.
You want to tell me that every single one of those Moor people completely understood the law and they read the law and they know the consequences and they abide by the law? They are law-abiding citizens. They say there's a new law in town that says you're not supposed to treat other people like that. And so they stopped completely. And there were no complaints. There was nothing.
No, because in that place, they still believe, in some parts of Mauritania, they still believe that it's like slavery by descent. So born into it. So if that person had a baby, it's naturally the entire life of that baby is into that.
It has a heritage.
Has a heritage of that. So they have to continue that, which is utter crap.
Barbaric.
Yeah.
Barbaric is the term. So, yes. And also over there are protests. So it's not just Kenya where they are protesting because there's a puppet who must go over there. The Kenyans have decided the puppet must leave over there. So it's amazing how at least we have this supposed beautiful confederation that's happening in West Africa between Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger, while all these other puppets are around.
Yes.
Can you guys hear that? That's
a few of them, huh?
That's not two of them.
Yeah.
It's like a military plane, huh?
Yeah.
Phew! Like one of those fast ones. Yeah, no, that's protection. There's no war zone here. This is heaven on earth here. Huh? There's nothing. They are protected. They're saying, hey, we have to make sure that that podcast keeps running properly. That's a very, very freaking important podcast. Send some few guys over there and make sure that there's no disturbance around that place. That's what they say to themselves.
Yeah.
They understand. They know what's up. It's so funny that we're talking about all this stuff.
Yeah.
Military rule and this, that. And the military plane just goes, phew,
Phew.
two of them. Yes. So I was saying, it's amazing how we have this beautiful story happening in West Africa, and at the same time, there are puppets around Africa. There are protests all over the place. It's not just Kenya, in Nairobi, where they are protesting that Ruto must go. What a hashtag. Also some in Mauritania, because they had the elections on the 29th of June.
Yes,
And that guy must apparently also go, according to the people of Mauritania.
Yeah.
And also, apparently, in Zimbabwe, there are a few protests here and there, which we still got to dive into
Yeah.
later on.
Yes, but
so
that situation in Zimbabwe is also, it hasn't been great. And it's just culminating into a thing. And it's not something nice to see.
As I still see this comment here by France, who said, you take that money, you lose your sovereignty. It reminds me of the story that happened with Mamia. Is it Mamia or Mamia? The president of Tanzania.
Samia.
Is it Samia?
Samia.
It's a woman.
Yes.
Tanzania's got a female president, a woman president.
If I'm not mistaken,
She said to herself,
she's currently the only female president in
in Africa. She said to herself, I'm going to stand there. I'm going to rule this country.
Yes.
That's female woman president. And women's rights. We support women's rights. Yes. Actually, talking about women's rights, we need the international community here, as it states in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, that everybody has their rights. Women have their rights. In that Mauritania, some women are forced fed. They are forced fed because the men out there, they like them big. Yes, so they say you must force feed them even from a young age. It's a culture. Everybody knows this. It's on Google. Just go to Google right now and say Mauritanian women. Whoo! You will be bombarded. You will be bombarded with certain crazy things.
Certain articles.
Certain
Images,
writings.
yes.
Certain writings. Yes. They believe that over there. But anyway, we shall do a deep dive on them, like a whole full show about that one of these days. But let's go back here to this Tanzania. Now that I read this message here that said, you take that money, you lose your sovereignty. That particular Tanzania, the madame over there.
Yes.
She took the loan from IMF. Huh?
Yeah, she sat with them. She says, okay, this is what we'll take from you. And what do you want us to do? To get the money back to you.
Basically.
Yes.
There's a similarity disadvantage between Tanzania and South Africa.
In what way? Oh, yeah.
This thing here.
Oh, yeah.
This thing here.
Load shedding.
The privileges of light. The privileges of electricity. This beautiful electricity we have here. The fact that you can see this handsome face here. The fact that I can sit here and see this beautiful lady here. You see the fact that these beautiful folks can see us. Electricity, the sound, the mic is on.
Yes.
Oh, this thing, this luxury. That Tanzania also has mismanaged its assets.
They have.
Yeah. And they're also dealing with load shedding. Yes, so you only get electricity in intervals, just like South Africa is dealing with that for such a freaking long time. They choose and pick when to give electricity to the people. These corrupt politicians, these puppets that are profiting from taxpayers' money. So you people just go to work hard, bring us your tax money, and we will still, you don't deserve all the electricity. You don't
deserve constant electricity at your will.
But for the sake of democracy, when it's election time, there will be no load shedding.
Yeah, apparently for the past 100 and so days, there hasn't been any load shedding in South Africa.
Yes, because they're talking GNU, they're talking elections, they're talking the DA, the ANC, all this stuff.
Yes.
South Africa had the elections on the 29th of May.
Yes.
For 30 years, it has only been the party of Nelson Mandela that's been in power. right?
Yes.
And they've messed it up for the whole freaking 30 years. That party is full of corruption. You know what I'm saying? They did nothing for the people. There's still townships left, right, and center, and that's beautiful South Africa.
Yeah.
And now, this year, now it's a GNU government of national unity. You guys know the story. I'm speeding real fast into this because it's not the topic. We have to go back to West Africa where those triumphant, dignified countries are. So, they've been dealing with load shedding. But for the past month to a month and a half, perhaps going on 2 now, the load shedding has been removed.
Yep.
There's been lights. All because they needed to go through a proper democratic election. And they had to form this supposed GNU.
Yes.
So they didn't want to distract people. While they're busy forming this, they wanted everybody to think that, yes, thank you very much. South Africa is a great country. Let's focus on the formation of this particular parliament and government and all these MPs and ministers that will be getting perks that are out of this world.
Yes.
You understand? Because
yes.
if it was load shedding and we start talking about the perks that some of these ministers will be getting, the people will come out here and revolt and protest, perhaps, and say, no. Why should a South African minister drive a car that cost 5 million rand, live in Sandton, have 2 homes, 2 mansions, one in freaking Pretoria and another one in Cape Town, while we have load shedding? So guess what they did? They said, no more load shedding now. Yeah. Because you know what? We will have to talk about the perks. We'll have to talk about the perks that the ministers are getting.
It's going to eat into your pocket, guys.
And if there's any form of darkness, of load shedding,
they're going to be angry.
They're going to have a freaking frenzy with this shit. We need to hide this until this government is formed, until everybody's moved into their mansions and all that. And then we'll reintroduce it back into society. Slowly.
Yes.
Slowly. That's not how they play with people,
yes, man. They play with people's minds.
So that Tanzania also has been dealing with load shedding. And so our beautiful lady here, who we are proud of, by the way, that she heads that nation, has also accepted the approval of this supposed International Monetary Fund.
Yes,
These
she
people that are
has.
out here trying to make it seem as if they care about African countries. Since when?
Yeah.
Since when do foreign institutions, since when do these foreign powers come out here and actually do things that are in the interest of Africans? Since when?
But she has she's taken the money from IMF, or I don't know if she has or not, on the way. But they are building this huge power station. And I think it's nearly complete.
Let's see it.
Nearly. And the reports are saying that they're also providing some electricity to Zambia, parts of Zambia.
And this
because
is the reason
Zambia
why
is also facing that issue.
of load shedding.
Yes, to a certain point.
You know, even that, we'll come back to it. We're still here. So please bear with us. We're all over the motherland. We're all over Africa. Even that Nigeria is the one that usually supplies Niger with electricity.
Yes, I saw that somewhere.
So even now that there's a quarrel between the two of them, that Niger is saying, we don't need you, we're going to do it ourselves. There's been time, especially at the beginning of that particular coup in Niger, that Nigeria had
just
come out.
shut it off.
Yeah, and threatened them. That's why at the time that honorable president from Algeria had said to Niger, don't worry,
you can come
that's
here.
a smart one, huh? The president of Algeria is very smart because he said to Niger, hey, what are they doing? Are they sanctioning you guys? Are they not giving you electricity? Here, take. He's smart in 3 ways because he said to himself, I better give these people electricity.
Yeah, get in their good books.
Before they overflow here.
Yeah.
If these people become too desperate, they'll come in
They'll
here.
come here forcefully type of a thing.
Yes, they'll have no choice but to seek refuge.
Yes.
To come into my Algeria. So what? Nigeria is cutting electricity, take some.
Yeah.
Understand what I'm saying? And the funny part here is this Niger had been providing even France with uranium for their nuclear plant or whatever, while 90% of the Nigerian people also lived in darkness. The load shedding. The load shedding. This load shedding shit is all over Africa. Huh?
And it's been there for a while.
Even in that Nigeria, in Lagos, in ECOWAS state. I mean, ECOWAS Is it Ikoa? Yeah, Ikoa.
Ikoa.
Ikoa, an island in Lagos. Yes, I've been there a few times. Even there are times when electricity goes boom,
For a few hours.
for not few hours, maybe for like 45 minutes,
Oh.
and the generators have to kick in.
Oh.
They don't talk about it. Most of these African countries, even Ethiopia, when I was there,
Yeah.
electricity just goes off. Boom.
Even Congo has that.
Of course,
Yes.
electricity is just gone. It's not breaking news no more.
Yeah.
Releasing that would be crazy. It's a way of life. There are load sheddings all over the place. It's just that in South Africa, it was loud because it started happening there. But it happens every freaking way here in Africa. Yes, this country, this continent that's so rich in natural resources. There's load shedding all over the place. So this particular lady, you said, from Tanzania, also took this loan from IMF.
Yeah.
And they're building that power plant
Yes.
to supply Zambia too.
Yes. It's supposedly going to fix the situation of load shedding because it's bigger.
Okay, you know what? Is it possible that perhaps this woman, this president from Tanzania, can do a better job than some of these male presidents? Because these male presidents have proven us since the beginning of time that they don't know how to manage, especially here in Africa.
Yes.
I would root for her.
Yeah.
I want a woman to come out here and show that she can do it. Just to put this freaking men to shame.
Yes.
Yes.
Although she is facing a lot of criticism,
Of course,
within
it's-
the country,
it's-
there's obviously an opposition party.
It's acceptable.
Yes,
and they'll
yes.
probably be sexist with it.
Yes, because it's a man, the opposition.
Yes, so it says that. Yes. No, let her be. Let her rule.
Yeah.
Let her rule. Let's see what she can do. Because, there are actually some... usually this happens a lot in feminist movements where they say if a woman... That's why I remember when Hillary Clinton...
She was trying, yeah.
to be. Some people's argument was, yes, what have these men done but send us into different freaking wars?
Yeah, let her try.
Yeah, let her try. Not Hillary.
No.
Let
She was
this
not the
Tanzanian
first.
woman try. Yes. And not Kamala Harris either.
Oh, no.
Because of this freaking debate that happened, they need to replace the sleepy old man.
And not Michelle Obama also.
Please, what is that?
Please.
Putting Michelle Obama to be the president of the United States is like that basic chick in South Africa who's now in charge of
Sivwe.
basic education. She worked as a basic education minister.
Oh, that Angela was now the
Yes.
Minister of Defense.
Now she's the Minister of Defense. I don't know where. Where's your military background? You understand? We don't need Michelle Obama to be the next president. What the hell is that?
No, man.
Let Trump win. Yes, when Trump was around, there was no freaking wars. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
There was calm. People were calm all over the world.
I don't have to like my leader.
No.
I don't have to like my leader. I have to have the maturity and the wisdom to see when he's doing something that's good for the collective, not just for my party. I cannot be emotional with my choosing, with my preference.
Yes.
I have to decisively sit and have the wisdom. In our Bible, we pray for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. God, please give me the wisdom. What wisdom? Selective wisdom? You want the wisdom that reminds you to go and get your money down there, huh? But you don't want the wisdom that says, wait a minute, let me try to put my own selfish needs aside.
Yeah.
Do I want to eat by myself or do I want the whole freaking country to eat?
Or do you want everyone to be blessed?
What kind of wisdom are you praying for? You understand what I'm saying? So when Trump was there, what is this? What is this? What is this?
Eh?
Okay, one second. You better talk. You talk to her.
Yes.
Okay, are we back on?
Almost. Not yet.
Boom.
Yes.
We back on.
Yes, we are. Yes.
I knew I had to use the, what do you call that?
Which one?
The DLSR.
Oh,
But
yeah.
the DLSR is flat. So that's why I'm using the phone. But somebody's calling
Oh, yeah.
from Kenya.
Natural interruptions.
This is from Kenya.
This is live.
Yeah, it's Kenya calling.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They want to give me some news.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
tell them we'll call them back.
Kenya's got to hold on for a second. Yes. Sorry, my people. Sorry about that. But Kenya's calling. I got my people in Kenya trying to give me some news. So, where were we before Kenya came into here?
We were talking about Samia.
You're so okay. No, but before Samia, we were talking about this freaking America.
Oh yeah, Michelle Obama.
Michelle Obama. No. We don't want that. We want Trump. We want our leaders. We don't have to love our leaders. We have to have leaders that do it for the entire nation.
Exactly.
Yes, that's what we were talking about. And so it brings us back to Tanzania. You say there are certain oppositions in Tanzania who don't want the lady to be the president.
Yes.
They want her out.
They want her out.
Because-
She's saying that that basically she's not doing a good job.
Why is she not doing a good job?
I'm not sure. I'm not really that confident in saying that right now, but they are. It's obvious. It's just a natural criticism.
Are they blaming the load shedding on her? The load shedding existed even before she was in there.
I'm sure, yes. I think she's
Yes.
only been in since late 2022. So it hasn't been that long.
So almost 2 years.
Yeah.
Almost 2 years.
Yeah. So you need a bit more time.
Yes, but mismanagement left, right, and center. That's the point.
Yeah.
We gotta let her be there. We gotta let her take the chance, take the wheel, and do her thing. That's fine over there. Who said this? Africa must unite. Oh, this came in a while ago, isn't it? I think
Yeah,
we spoke about
Kwasamuna.
that one. So anyway, remember in the middle of this pod, I mentioned the Democratic Republic of Congo, and I mentioned that puppet of Paul Kagame. Yes, he's a puppet. His other name is Robin Hood.
Yes.
So we also have M23 there. As of yesterday, in the Democratic Republic of Congo, my people called me. You guys are a witness. Kenya was calling now.
Yes.
But my people called me, talking to me about what happened in that freaking Congo. You know, there was some, as the jet ski gone by now, that boat. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. She's 25 soldiers
Yes.
are sentenced to like death. Yes, in
For
Congo.
what?
Because they ran away from a war, from fighting. You know, they were commanded, they were instructed to go and fight M23.
Oh.
Congolese soldiers from the Congolese army. They were instructed to go and fight M23. And so while they were there in the midst of fighting, in the midst of war, they turned around and started running away and they left their posts. They just ran off.
Oh my
Now,
goodness.
the country has to decide,
What to do with them?
yes, and the sentence is
Hey, nah.
death. I didn't know that that's the freaking procedure, huh?
But it's funny that that penalty exists.
Yes, like, so I didn't know that these militaries, these soldiers, if you've given your word to defend your country and to go out there, if you sort of like turn your back or you give up or you go somewhere else, the penalty is to be sentenced to death.
Oh my gosh,
It's crazy, huh?
That's a lot, huh?
I would think that they should go to rehab. Not to kill
Or demoted, or just say, okay, you're out of service.
Oh yeah, kicked out of the army.
Yes, but that is a bit extreme.
Yes, the freaking said, oh, you, why you run? Why are you exposing the country? The perimeter was already formed.
Hey, that's
So, this Democratic Republic of Congo, where I'm from, my people, they have such a freaking weak-ass army that these soldiers had to turn back and run. From a militant group. They are supposed to be the army of the country.
They are defending.
They're supposed to be the army of the country.
Yes.
And they're supposed to have help from SADC.
Yes.
South African troops, Malawian troops, some from Tanzania also.
Yes.
The SADC people. But these supposed soldiers from the DRC ran, so now they are sentenced.
That's crazy, man.
All because of this M23. Begs the question, M23, where are you getting all your weaponry from? This is where Robin Hood comes in. Robin Hood, who is expected to win the elections on the 15th of July by 120%. Yes.
He's being provided for by the West, or somehow he's just grabbing it.
Not even
because
somehow.
He's taking and giving it to his people,
Yes, he's
Yes.
taking it and then he's building Rwanda with it, and then the Rwandese are out here saying Paul Kagame for life.
Yes.
The Excellency must remain our president for life. That's what's happening here. The Rwandese will never come out here and denounce their own president or their own leader. You understand what I'm saying? Despite the many stories we hear, even these opposition parties that are running against him that somehow end up being disqualified from the elections also cannot compare.
Yes.
So, Dr. Kagame has a lot up his sleeves. But I don't like to give puppets too much attention. They only piss me off every once in a while and then I speak on them. It's best to actually just speak about people like Ibrahim Traore, this particular thumbnail that's up here, the Confederation that's now formed in West Africa. Our people in Burkina Faso, our people in Mali,
Yeah.
our people in Niger have to hold on. They have to be strong. They have to know that whatever they are investing in now will bring rewards, will be fruitful.
They will prosper just give it some time, everything will prosper.
Liberation is not cheap. Liberation is not easy.
It's hard.
It's hard. You gotta
Yes.
fight for it. That's why we take the time to sit here and say we support Burkina Faso, we support the people of Mali and Niger. We support that confederation.
For sure.
We have to sing loud. We have to speak loud. We have to come out here unapologetically with our tone, because it will protect these particular leaders in the West Africa.
Yep.
You see, once the Western powers or these imperialistic countries up there, these post-colonial colonizers,
Yeah.
as they see the entire African community rooting for this confederation, they'll say to themselves, we can't try any shit here.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the entire African continent will have a way with us. They'll be so pissed. You want to say Kenyan protests are hectic? If you touch those leaders in West Africa, in Burkina Faso, Mali, or Niger, the entire freaking African community will be pissed.
Jay.
That's why we have to continue to say to them and to show to them that, hey, those are our people. You understand what I'm saying? You shall
Yes.
leave them alone. You will not do to these people what you did to Thomas Sankara
That is never going to happen.
or to Patrice Lumumba.
Never.
You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Hello. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification.
Yes, guys.
Join
yes.
us in our conversations.
Join
like
us.
Like we said before, we don't usually stream at this time. We usually stream late at night, but we decided we will do this now to see which audience are here. So we appreciate the 21 people that are here. Please like and subscribe. Which country are you in? Why do you want to know?
Kenzuri.
Kenzuri is asking. Oh, we are in one country. We are on the motherland. We are on the motherland. But we are in, I'm trying to say it the way that it actually is.
Yes.
I don't want to say it the way that they are used to hearing it. You understand? Because we are on the motherland. We are in, help me out with this.
Work where?
You know, Africa is one country.
Yes.
You know, I'm Rwandese and I'm Nigerian.
Yes, yes,
I'm
yes.
Egyptian.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
South African.
Yes. So
I'm
where?
Ghanaian. I'm Ghanaian.
Yes.
Yes, I'm Sierra Leone. Yeah, I'm Mauritanian, I'm Moroccan, I'm Libyan, I'm Kenyan, I'm Ethiopian, I'm Zambian, I'm Zimbabwean. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah.
from Lesotho. I'm all of the above. I'm an African guy. So which country am I in?
We are in Africa.
Yeah, we are on the motherland.
Wait, yes.
Yeah, on the motherland. You just tell me what part do you want me to tell you I'm from?
Yes.
Ask me what part of Africa
Are you in?
are you in or are you from or whatever. And then I'll be able to answer that question. But I cannot betray my vision right now. You see the vision that I have
Yes.
for Africa, that we have. A one united Africa.
Yes.
Yeah, so all these borders, I don't want to acknowledge them. We're just having fun with it.
Yes. Yes, Ken. Yeah. Thank you very much for your question. Please continue to engage with us. Please.
Yes, please continue to engage with us. Please get to know us. Please know that we are out here just to have fun with it, to educate ourselves. Oh, a disclaimer. We don't know it all, right?
Yep, that's right.
We live and we learn. We are not journalists. We are not political analysts. We are just normal citizens, just like you.
Just having a conversation.
Having a conversation, sharing our opinion, saying what we believe, showing support for that which we think will be better for our soul.
Yes.
As African people. So feel free to always state your mind, speak your mind, tell us what you know, correct us. Do not be afraid to correct us. Do not feel shy to correct us, please.
That is very important.
Feel free. We welcome it all. We are able to take it. We are able to say to ourselves, oh, I was wrong here, and this person said this. And so he's right here. I should know better. Now I know better. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yes,
We live
yes.
and we learn.
Yes. You know why? Because he that humbles himself shall be exalted.
Amen.
If you humble yourself and then you get to know from other people, then you know better.
Exactly.
Yeah, so we welcome every single comment here. Please hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification, comment.
Join
follow-
our community.
Join our community. We are robust on that TikTok.
Yes.
Ooh. We are robust on that TikTok. It goes up every day on that TikTok. There's an engagement that's hectic on that TikTok. The links are below somewhere in this description. So please do that. And follow us on X. We on X, we on TikTok, we on Rumble, we on
Patreon,
Patreon,
Instagram.
Facebook. We all over the place, and we are mostly here too. So these are the long formats. If you want to catch those clips, go to that TikTok and subscribe over there or follow us over there. So that's who we are. What do you say?
I'm George. Welcome. I'm African American watching from America, and I love what's going on in Africa.
Yes.
Yes.
This particular person has now joined us because they see the thumbnail.
Yes.
They see Ibrahim Traore and his gang, his
And
people,
yes.
his comrades right behind him, and they see the word Confederation right there. They are African American and they love and uphold the message. They are standing behind these triumphant countries, these big moves. This particular treaty was signed on the 6th of July in Niger.
Yeah.
So Burkina Faso and Mali, they traveled over there and they signed this confederation. They say to themselves, we will protect ourselves come hell or high water. If ECOWAS or whoever it is that wants to threaten either one of us, we shall all come to the rescue of that particular country. We will do that which these puppets haven't been able to do for decades. These puppets just fly on private planes like Ruto from Kenya, and that's why the country's in turmoil. These particular countries here, led also by Niger, where they had this conference, and Ibrahim Traore, our Capitan, who is loved so much by the entire, I don't even want to say only Africans, but even also African Americans like M. George One here should be protected. This message should be put, should be supported.
Yes.
Yes,
Very
man.
right.
This
Yes.
is what we've been waiting for such a long time.
For
how
people
long?
to support Africa.
Not just
you know?
for people to support Africa, but for Africans to come out here
And say they
do
say.
this and do this and do this. What Ibrahim Traore, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger, what they're doing now. Africa has always been known as a third world country.
Yes.
People get taken out for doing such things. Those people, unfortunately for them, they didn't live in days where social media and all this loudness was here.
Yes,
It's
yes.
very difficult for any of these imperialistic countries to come out here and try any freaking mess here because they know
They're going to be shamed, man.
it's going to cause an uprising.
You.
Luckily for these people, but still, we shouldn't be sleeping. You understand? Because some puppets have been instructed by some of these imperialistic countries to come out here and try to convince Ibrahim Traore, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger to rejoin ECOWAS, like the puppet in Senegal.
No.
Yes.
No.
The puppet in Senegal has a new mission. He had to be flown to France and they had his strings attached to him. Puppeteers said, your duty now, your responsibility is to convince Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger to go back to ECOWAS. Yeah. That puppet of Nigeria. Of
Senegal.
There's also a puppet in Nigeria. That's the godfather.
That's the godfather of them all.
Tinubu.
Tinubu.
That one.
Even when I say his name, Tinubu. He's a tiny guy.
When you see Tinubu, do you really honestly think this guy is thinking liberation of the Nigerian people?
No, man.
To improve the way of life of the Nigerian people. This particular old man.
He's thinking selfishly.
Yes. For all these years. Some of these politicians have been in freaking power for decades. They haven't done nothing. But they'll come out here and campaign and give empty promises and say, this is what I can do, vote for me.
I don't even think Tinubu he campaigns.
He just threatens certain people.
He just says, no, you cannot run. I'm running unopposed.
They just intimidate certain people to get these votes.
Yes, man.
Yes. Anywho, anyhow, thank you so much for joining us on this live stream. We tried it at this time because we stream like later on, like I said before. It's good to see that we had some audience also in here today. We thank you guys so much. Franks, Mystical Mosaic, Kwasimuna, Kenzuri, M. George, yes. From America all the way out there. Did you just wake up now or what, brother? Have a great day.
Good morning.
Good morning. Have a great day. Be loved. Be blessed. Stay cool.
Great
Choose your
week.
environment. You are the man. That rhymes, huh?
Yes.
Yes. To all 16 of you here right now, please like the video, subscribe,
Support.
And
Yes.
thank you so much for being here. For being here. Thank you so much, guys. We appreciate you. Feel free to go through the description and everything that we got showing over there.
Yes. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you.
Thank you. God bless you. Much love. Remain to be you. Authenticity is the way. Take care. Keep smiling. Choose your emotion. You know what I heard? Perhaps maybe somebody needs to hear this one. It says, allowing yourself to be angry is a punishment that you bestow upon yourself because of other people's behavior.
Yes.
Don't let other people's behavior allow you to, or rob you, or allow you to punish yourself. So stay cool, stay joyful, stay happy.
Yes. Be true.
Be true. Much love.
Much love.